Dolly Martin stars in At First Sight, now screening on the Hallmark Channel.
This won't take long. Tell me this hasn't got something to do with Jim Conway.
Look, just let me do what's right, okay? Stay in the bloody car if you don't want to get involved.
I don't want to get involved. All right, so what am I not getting involved in?
The bloke who lives there, Harry McIntosh, he was the caretaker at the apartment block where Suzanne Fendleton was killed. He talked to Davies at the scene, but there's no formal record of any statement, so...
Why not?
That's what I want to find out.
Matt, it is a no-win situation. Leave it to Davies.
What? So he could not interview the guy again? Look, according to Conway's affidavit, Harry McIntosh was standing with him by the car when Susan Fendleton came off that balcony. He was a witness. So you tell me he's not getting paid off.
Yeah, if Conway's telling the truth.
I'd offer you a drink, but you're on duty, right?
That's correct, Mr. McIntosh.
Besides, I've got an appointment. Busy life. Retirement's not all it's cracked up to be. There's a lot better. Now, what's this about?
Suzanne Fendleton. She was murdered 6 years ago at an apartment block where you were caretaker.
Right. Nasty business.
How well did you know her?
She always gave me a gift at Christmas, but she could afford to, couldn't she? Her father was one of those self-made types. What was it again? Inner Spring King beds. I don't really know much about what happened, really.
Jim Conway, the man charged with her murder, he says you do.
Conway went AWOL, didn't he, before his trial?
You know, that's a nice plasma. Don't you watch it, Harry? See, Conway was extradited a couple of days ago.
Yes, I know. I saw it on the news, yes. Killed trying to get away, yes. You see, I do watch it. Now, what is this all about?
Maybe it's about you standing, talking to Conway beside the car when Suzanne Fendleton came off that balcony.
Nonsense. I did chat with him, yes, but half an hour before anything happened. I was inside when I heard the bang. Terrible. Yeah, I came out and there she was. I have no idea where Conway was when it happened. What did he say?
What if it's not just something he said, Harry? What if we had a written statement
I don't think Mr.
testifying
McIntosh needs to know.
You better get that.
You know that statement's off limits.
He's lying. Conway is lying.
Oh, 3 for the price of 1. Hi, boys.
This is Doris. My appointment. Now, if you'll excuse us, Doris wants to mix us a nice gin and tonic.
Mr. McIntosh,
We were just
you
leaving
realise...
and we won't disturb you any longer. We're actually just leaving. Doris.
I've got to see the apartment.
No, you don't.
It's just over in the city.
And the door knocker's in Fitzroy.
Yeah, I've got to get a feel for the scene, how she died, where they were standing...
6 years ago. There won't be any feel, Matt. Drop it.
Either you can come with me, or you can get a cab to Fitzroy.
You can get a cab, or you can come to your bloody senses and do this door knock. You want to put your dick on a chopping block? Do it in your own time. I'm keeping mine intact.
Okay. Door knock it is, but I'm going to be late for work tomorrow, so maybe you can cover for me then. It's not too much trouble for your dick.
What the hell's going on?
Good morning, Mr. Fendleton. I'm from Homicide.
I know where you're from. My caretaker called me. What the bloody hell are you doing up here?
You still own the apartment.
I own the whole bloody block, and I asked you a question.
You know about Jim Conway's death?
Yes, of course I do. Killed, trying to escape. Look, what is this? He's dead. Surely that means this is all over and done with now.
What if I told you he actually killed himself?
Well, I wouldn't be surprised. Conway was a coward. He avoided justice for 6 years, and when he finally got caught, he took the easy way out. How long do you think it'd take to fall from this height, Detective?
I'm sorry, sir. I know that this...
What are you doing here, Detective?
Your daughter's relationship with Jim Conway, did she ever talk about it?
Not to me, why?
Was she seeing anyone else at the time?
Suzanne and I didn't talk about that kind of thing. She appreciated her privacy. I hardly ever came here when she was alive, and I've avoided the place since her death. My wife wanted to keep this place exactly as it was so she could come here and be with her, she said. I had the place redecorated. Put new tenants in as soon as I could. Do you know what she makes me do now? A wife, that is. Every Wednesday afternoon, I have to take her out to sit with Suzanne at the cemetery because she feels more present there. That's what the wife says. She'll never be present to me. She's just gone.
Do you know Alex Zammit at all?
I made contributions to 3 of his political campaigns. I went to a few fundraisers, but at least not what I'd call an intimate acquaintance.
So you're convinced it was Jim Conway who killed your daughter?
So that's what this is. What do you think? There's some sort of doubt? You reopen this case.
Look, sir, it's not exactly...
What's your name? Just show me your identification.
Look, I don't want to...
Now! Mulholland.
Waverley.
Wolf.
Thanks for coming up, Senior Sergeant. Mr. Fendleton's been speaking to the Assistant Commissioner, who suggested to him that we might be able to clarify the situation.
Of course.
This young Ryan bloke says he wasn't officially involved in the case. You just let your people run around bailing up citizens as and when they like, do you?
I've spoken to Detective Ryan, and he has admitted to being somewhat overzealous.
Mr. Fendleton, we're simply trying to establish the motive for Jim Conway's suicide. Detective Ryan isn't officially part of the inquiry.
So why do you get involved?
I noticed in the case notes the caretaker
The
had
case
been
note's
interviewed.
meant to be returned to Detective
I
Davis.
thoroughly read them
I
before they
don't
went
care.
back. It's like Conway was forced to come back, Sarge.
Have any opinions, any theories, any facts, you will give them to Detective Davies. This is his investigation.
So has Zammit been interviewed yet, or are we waiting till he retires?
Detective Davies will work this investigation any way he sees fit, and you, son, will calm down. And you, Davies, can wipe that smile off your face and get upstairs to see the superintendent who is waiting to be briefed on your intended course of action. Go. If there's another copy of that case file floating around, get
It's
rid
in
of it.
my
I
bag.
don't care.
I'll
I
find it,
want to
I'll
hear it. Do it, Simon. The rest of the day, you are with Mapplethorpe delivering subpoenas. I will be instructing her to consider you a Siamese twin joint at the hip. Either that, or you can take some time off.
Why would I need to do that?
You know why? You have an anniversary coming up, so...
I'm good, Sarge. I don't need any time off.
Fine. Joint at the hip, then.